Hello, I'm here with Steve Nelson, candidate for the Mountain View Mountain View School District. And Steve, have you had a chance to walk around today and view some of the booths here and see what's going on Mountain View today?
Yeah, in fact, I even noticed that some of the council candidates have tables up near the closer to Del Camino. So yesterday I was talking to a few of those.
Yeah. So Steve, how long have you lived in Mountain View, and tell us what is your big vision for Mountain View?
Well, I've lived in Mountain View for almost 25 years now, and I assume you mean what's my vision for the school district?
Yeah,
in particular?
or the city. You can, if you have any visions for the city too, but it's the school district.
I think our city council has done a great job over the 25 years I've lived here. One of the things that I'm using them in my campaign is an example of open government and really including the citizens in how things are done. The workshops that they have, the documentation they keep on who showed up at the workshops for community planning is really excellent.
Okay.
So,
and tell me some of your experiences you've had. I know we have a mutual friend, Oscar Garcia, and you had mentioned you've done some stuff in the past. So just share some of the things that you're aware of in the past and that you've participated in helping Mountain View, a great place to get your kids educated.
Well, I am actually not a friend of Oscar's. I know of his involvement in trying to make sure that, for instance, Castro School wasn't closed 7 years ago.
Okay.
And what was the rest of your?
No.
And so I really support that. There was an issue with Oscar and one of our council people who was saying, you know, the issue of closing schools or having neighborhood schools is really a citywide issue. It isn't just a matter of school board dollars and cents. And I really support that idea that we have to involve the whole community in deciding about things about the schools.
Okay, and so and what
part of my vision?
Okay, and so what's your background that makes you somebody that people should consider having working with the school district?
Well, one of the things in particular in this school district, I'm the only guy who has taught in every elementary and middle school in this district. I've been a substitute teacher for the last 5 years. So I know what's happening on the ground level at all our middle and elementary schools. That's something that's unique. Also, I'm the only candidate who was teaching school over 30 years ago.
Okay.
I was a science teacher in the Peace Corps in Africa.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm also the only one, I bet, who has publicly challenged a superintendent on having great community input. I started that when I was a high school senior.
Okay. And so what, if you get elected, when you take office, what are the first couple things that you would like to tackle, the changes you'd like to see happen as soon as possible?
Well, some of the stuff is mentioned in the voter pamphlet, so they'll see that in the candidate statement.
Yep.
One of the overall things that I'd like to do, I'd like to see this district get to greatness. And in the last several years, we've sort of been middle of the pack when it comes to standardized school testing. I really think we ought to aim for the top 10%. And that's the top 10% in our demographic comparison schools.
Okay.
The top 10%, that's something you might think of like the most famous student we have from our district came from Montaloma Elementary, Steve Jobs. And his idea of what the goal you want an insanely great kind of goal. That's the kind of goal I'm really looking for.
So if you have that goal, what are a couple of action items that you would take to make that goal happen?
Well, one of the things is making sure we have a lot more community input, and it's done to the standard that the city does. I think this district, once it got combined with the Whisman district, hasn't done nearly as good a job in the last 8 to 10 years as the city council has done. The other thing that I'd like to do is work with, this is one of the things a couple of the other candidates have said about teacher quality. And one of the important things to remember about teacher quality, what's a quality kindergarten or first grade teacher isn't exactly the same as what a quality middle school teacher is. They're different skill sets. And so we have to make sure we work with the teachers union in helping evaluate that. And I'd really like to see the community stand up for more money to give like teacher bonuses to our best teachers in our school district.
Okay. Well, Steve, I wanted to thank you so much. Steve Nelson joined us here today at the Mountain View Art and Wine Festival.